Welcome to Spoken Reviews, home of the Spoken Reviews. Today, guys, we'll be doing a dry pour concrete slab. All right, so this is going to be my first dry pour concrete slab, so definitely some lessons learned here. So please watch the video and heed at certain points that I kind of warn you guys. First things first, if you can get this materials delivered, get it delivered. I decided to opt with, getting it taking it myself, which was a pain, and also added just a certain level of stress I didn't necessarily have to deal with if I would have just had this delivered to my house. So definitely, if you can avoid, having to transport it yourself, get it delivered. The cost, if you don't have your own trailer, the cost for me to get the trailer was pretty much the delivery fee. You got to measure, 4 or 5 times to get the measurements correct. Make sure you're using a square. Make sure the surface is level. First mistake here is I started putting the concrete down before I put the gravel down. Put the gravel down first, then start loading the bags of concrete. It's easier just to dump the bags in there and then use the shovel to bust up in the bags. Once you get halfway through, you want to put your metal grate in there to add the structural integrity. Again, as you're going through, you want to start the leveling with the 2x4. You have to make sure that your 2x4 is wider than the slab. So one of the things that I had for me is my slab was 10 by 12, and I was using a 2 by 12 on the board, which was the same width. You need something longer, otherwise the sifting piece doesn't work because you're basically making sure that it's even. Here, again, this is back and forth. If I would have had a board that was bigger, it would have been a little bit easier. But this is right before I started to do my watering process. I think that it was pretty good. Also, one thing that I regret is I regret doing the edging. Some people like the edging, some people don't like the edging. I did the edging, and I wish I just would have done it without the edging component. Sprinkling it down, again, you're sprinkling it, once an hour, every hour for like the first 3 hours. I was pretty liberal with the sprinkling. Also, I knew that I was basically going to have about a month before doing any construction over it, so I was a little less worried about that piece of it. But I was, again, pretty liberal with the sprinkling. I wanted to make sure that we've fully had the concrete soaked so it could cure properly. But you also, again, don't want to damage the surface with the water. So the very first, one or two, you want it to be very light, and then you can start the soaking. But you really want to make sure that that water gets deep and down in that slab to get your best results. And really, this is the easy part. The hardest part by far is taking those bags of concrete, because I had like 95, 60-pound bags, and I could only get like 3 to 4 in the wheelbarrow at a time. So that was a ton of trips, like 25 trips. If you are going to have any hard rain, cover it up. And this is what I did in the beginning. So like the following day, we had a really big storm, so I covered it up. And then here you guys can see the end result, which I was pretty happy with. Thanks you for watching. Hit thumbs up for me if you liked it. Have a good day. Also, if you have any questions, leave those below.